I'm Clay Mansion, and today is full body day 1 of week 3. We're going to start off with our warm up. So, first thing we're going to do is jumping jacks as always. So, remember, hands high, get your feet about 2 to 3 feet apart. So, 1, and just make sure you're standing tall and breathing through it. Next up is our infant squat. We've been doing this for the first 2 weeks too. So, hands high, you go down, keep your back straight, touch the floor. Sit all the way back, hands high, and sit back. Try to get as low as you can. Feet a little bit wider than your shoulders, angled out. Down, getting all the way down. Try to get your butt to the floor, reach up, and stand up. Next warm up is a high plank because we are doing full body, so our warm up has to be lower body and upper body. So we're going down. We're going in a straight line. My hands under my shoulders, my core is braced, my glutes are tight, and I'm holding this position for 30 seconds. Our next warm up is a single leg RDL. So when you're standing tall, you're going to keep your back straight. You're going to lift one leg off the ground, put it behind you, and then hinge at the hips, slight bend in the knee, and extending back until I feel a stretch in my hamstring, and coming back. Other leg, slight stretch in the hamstring, and I'm coming back up. And lastly, we have a knee or normal push-up, whatever's best for you. So I'm going down, hands under my shoulders, push my elbows back and not to the side, core braced. I tighten up my glutes so I keep in the straight line. Then I go down, not touching the floor, and then I come back up. We're going to go right into our exercises here. So the first one we have is a body weight squat with a 2-second hold at the bottom. So remember, your feet are a little bit wider than your shoulders. Your feet are angled outwards. I'm going to sit back, get my thighs to at least parallel. I'm holding down here for 2 seconds, and then I'm coming back up. From the side, going down, keep my back straight, going at least to parallel, holding for 2, and then coming back up. All right, we have a new exercise this week. We have a rotational push-up. So we're getting into our push-up position. First thing we're going to do is do a normal push-up. Remember, core braced. Keep your glutes tight so you can keep that straight line. So we go down, come back up, and I'm lifting one hand off the ground, putting my feet flat on the ground, reaching my arm as high as I can, back down, and do it with the other arm. The next one we have is a standing side leg lift. So the past 2 weeks you've been doing ones that you're lying on the ground. This time you're going to stand up, try to increase that balance. So I'm standing tall. I can put my hand on my hip, and this one kind of is on my core, make sure that's braced. Lift up, and I'm extending my leg as far out as I can this way, and I'm bringing it down. You can lean this way, as long as you maintain your balance throughout, holding it for 2, come back down, then move on to the other side, hold for 2, come back down. Our next exercise is Superman's. We've done this too. So you're going down, I'm going to keep my arms right next to my side. I'm going to force my chest off the ground as high as I can. And then back down. I'm keeping my feet on the ground, keeping my core braced. And I'm going back up. And that has a 2-second hold at the top. Next up is stair jumps. So we did these last week too. Unfortunately, I'm in my own apartment this week, and I have no stairs or anything, or stool or anything that I can use for stairs. So it's the same thing as last week. You're staying tall, and then you're going to jump up onto the stair, and then just step back down. And our last exercise of the day is bird dogs. This is a new exercise. What you're going to do is you're going to do it on all fours. My knees are right below my hips, my hands are right below my shoulders. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift opposite sides, so my right arm, my left leg. I'm going to extend them both straight, and then point my toe to the ground. And then coming in, I'm touching them, touching my knee and my elbow, and extending all the way back out. And then I switch sides, touching, all the way up, back in, and then I switch sides when I do that. Moving into our cool down. So these are all cool downs that we've done in the past, except now upper body and lower body are mixed. The first one we're going to do is a standing hamstring stretch. So make sure your feet are below your hips. You're going down, trying to keep your back as straight as possible, and just try to touch the ground. We're going to have a slight bend in your knees and breathe through it. Next cool down is a standing quad stretch. Again, we've done this before. You're going to start with your feet below your hips, pull one back, and stand tall. If you can't balance, you can hold onto a wall, door frame, whatever is best for you. But I'm keeping my quad in a straight line with my other quad, and I'm pulling, trying to get my foot to touch my butt. Alright, next up we have a shoulder stretch. So our arms straight, it's coming right across my body. I'm hooking my other arm underneath it, and I'm just pulling it. You feel a stretch on the outside of your shoulder. And lastly, we have a cobra pose. So you can go into a high plank position and lowering your hips down to the floor, head high. Thanks for watching the full body one of week 3. I hope you have a great workout and enjoy the rest of your day.